Hi, welcome to week 5 of Generative AI for IT professionals. So, in this week, let's talk about the ChatGPT Desktop App. Even though ChatGPT is available on the web, there is also a desktop app that you can install on Windows and Mac as well. So, we will see how to install the app, and we will also briefly compare the features of the desktop app and the web version. And there is a very interesting feature on the desktop app, and that is called Work With. We will explore that as well. So, let's get started.
Okay, so let's see how to install the ChatGPT Desktop app, right? So it's pretty straightforward. All you need to do is go to any search engine and just search for ChatGPT Desktop app. And you can see the first link from OpenAI, ChatGPT on your desktop. So as of now, ChatGPT app is available for macOS and Windows. You can simply click on this link and you will get a file that you can download, and the installation is pretty straightforward, right? And here you can also see that what can you do with the ChatGPT Desktop app. I'll show you a small demo for that, and some easy to do quick tutorials to work with the ChatGPT Desktop app. All right, so I have already installed it on my Mac, and if you're using Windows, you can install it on your Windows. And let me open the ChatGPT app. So I can just search for ChatGPT, and here is the app. Let me just make this text bigger so it's easy for people to see. Yeah. So the app looks very similar to you running ChatGPT in a browser. You have the familiar interface where you can type your prompt or your queries. So I can simply say hello, and it should respond. Yeah, how can I assist you today, right? So this is pretty similar, and you have this sidebar where you can see the queries you have previously written, and there is this button for new chat. I can click on this and go for a new chat, and here you can select the model that you want to use. And there are some menu items. For example, you can go to this about menu. There is some settings. You can go here, and you have the email, phone number, the way the app should look like and work like, and so on and so forth, right? Pretty standard stuff, I believe. So you have these settings here, and then there is this file menu. I can just close this, and I can go here. I can say file, new chat, new temporary chat, and some usual suspects like window, help, and whatnot, right? So one thing that I really like is that if you are working somewhere, let's say you are in a browser, you can quickly invoke ChatGPT by using a shortcut. Now, if you're using Mac, it is Option space bar. Let me press Option space bar, and you can see at the bottom the ChatGPT app opens, and I can simply say hello, and I can interact right with it from within this window, which is really a cool feature that I feel. Right? So this is how easy it is to get started with the ChatGPT Desktop app. In case if you have not tried it, you can download and install on your choice of operating system. Okay, so there is this cool feature called Work With. It is in beta. Let me show you the feature, then probably I will talk about it. So I just sent a hi, and ChatGPT says, hello, how can I assist you today? And let me just click here. And you can see there is an option for code. I can click on plus, and I can ask it, what do you see in my VS Code? And let's see what it says. Yes, see this. So what's basically happening here is that I have this Visual Studio Code here. So this is my Visual Studio Code or VS Code IDE, and I have a PySpark based assignment here. See, this is Python assignment. And now ChatGPT can work with other apps on your desktop. Now this is in beta. It may not work all the time. I had been experiencing some glitches, but in future this will be in a full-fledged release. But basically what it does is, if I go to ChatGPT now, what did I do? I just clicked on this button here. You see work with, so you can see work with beta, and I selected Visual Studio Code, and you can see it is paired right now. So that means it can look at my VS Code window, understand what is there. Now there are limited apps supported right now. Most of them are developer tools and text editors, right? And you can see some of them here. For example, you have text edit, terminal and all. So I have paired VS Code, and I just asked it, what do you see in my VS Code? So it basically says, I see a detailed assignment involving this file. This assignment is on Spark RDDs, data frames, and Spark SQL. And see, it gives you complete idea about this assignment. So this is really cool because you can set the actual context. Maybe you are troubleshooting an issue in a project. Maybe you're looking at some error logs. You can just ask ChatGPT to access that particular platform, a code editor, and then ask specific questions. And this is really, really cool. So this feature is called Work With, and this is in beta, but it will be, maybe by the time you see this video, this may be in full-fledged release, right? But as of now, this is in beta, and currently I have only VS Code paired with this. And you can just click on stop, and this pairing will go.
Now let's have a comparison between the ChatGPT Desktop app and the browser version. Now let's look at some of the areas where we can compare them. First of all, starting with accessibility.
Okay, one more quick advantage of using the web version, I thought I will demonstrate this, is that you have these extensions you can use. For example, you can see that I'm using ChatGPT on the web here, and I just asked it to write a recipe for a quick weeknight meal. It has created this, and I have installed this Save as PDF extension for ChatGPT in Chrome. So I can simply click on this and then save the entire conversation, as a PDF. I can even choose the portrait, landscape mode, whatever I want. So I can simply click on this, and that's it. The entire conversation will be saved as a PDF. Now, these kind of extensions and integrations with other productivity tools may not be available for the desktop version, but it's available in the ChatGPT web version.
The browser-based ChatGPT is easily accessible because you can just go to chatgpt.com and get it. And the other one, the desktop app, you have to install it and then use it. So that's about the accessibility part. And the second thing is talking about features. Now, features are almost same when you compare the desktop app and then the browser version. But if you look at, for example, notifications, right? Notifications are available in the desktop app because it is closely integrated with the operating system. And the second thing is offline access. So even if the internet is not there, the ChatGPT desktop app gives you very basic functionality now. And in future, it is expected to expand. So that will be a great idea to have a offline access to some of the great features. The browser, on the other hand, requires always connection to internet, and I don't think notifications are enabled in the browser. And if you look at the performance as well, when you compare the browser-based version, it depends on how fast is your browser, cookies, caches, etc. related to the browser, right? And the desktop version comparatively is faster because it is designed to integrate with the whole ecosystem and the the operating system itself. So while comparing with the browser, the desktop version seems to be faster. And the other thing is the updates on the ChatGPT application. So this is where the browser version might shine. So the browser version is always updated. You don't have to do anything. But if you're using the ChatGPT desktop app, then you have to manually check for updates and do that. Especially with Mac, you have to go and manually check every time if there is an update, and you might be missing some very important updates if you forget to do that. So in my personal take, if you want convenience and quick access, then browser is fine. But on the other hand, you need better performance, a standalone app with notifications and offline access and some extra features, then the desktop app is good. So which one is your choice? You can make a decision.